everyone, Nep Queen here, and I've decided that I am going to do something different today. I am going to, for the first time ever, attempt something that I have wanted to try in a while. So, I'm going to do my first ever anime react video. I see people do these a lot, and it seems like a lot of fun. So I wanted to try it myself, and I found the perfect opportunity to do my first one when Anime Expo decided to be absolute mad lads and decide to show the third OVA of the Neptunia Animation special. But this OVA is pretty important because it reveals something, and it's something pretty exciting. But I'm not going to talk about it until after the react. But anyway, yeah, I decided that I'm going to try reacting to this. I managed to get my hands on the OVA thanks to somebody on Twitter. Before we start this video, I need to list a couple of things. For one, this is not a subbed OVA. Unfortunately, I only got the raw version. It has not been subbed yet, and it might possibly get fan subbed later, but I'm not entirely sure. But you're not gonna see any subtitles, so I apologize. We're just gonna have to try to guess what's happening and just admire the pretty picture on the screen. Also, you're not going to see all of the anime. Anime reactors usually have to cut the anime into bits in order to avoid full copyright. If I put the entire episode out, I'm pretty sure that my channel will get in huge trouble. So yeah, you're only going to see about half of the anime, so I apologize, but I hope that it's still alright. Another thing that I want to say is that, well, it's very possible that this video might get taken down. I'm not sure how people do anime reactions properly, and since this is my first one, it is very likely that I might mess up and get into trouble. I'm just saying now that if my channel ends up getting its first strike from this video, I am immediately going to take it down and just admit that reaction videos are just not for me. I don't know how to do them properly, so I probably shouldn't. But I'm going to test the waters for this just to see how it goes. And I hope you guys are excited because I am super excited to react to this OVA. So, without further ado, let's get this video started. Not sure what you're battling about, R4. Oh god! God, no. That is a makeover that I did not want. Why though? Why is that necessary? Put your boobs away, milady. No one wants to see that. Yeah, no, this is not okay. Dear God. Oh no. Oh God. Oh no. I think I get it now. So the fact that those three were hit by the beam and it was from... I get it now. Purple Heart's not letting that hit her! Wait. What did you do, Trick? Oh no. Aw, Rom, you're so sweet. She hears a little girl crying. Okay. No! No. God damn it, Trick! It just had to be little girls for you, huh? Oh my god. That's gotta be awkward for those two. Your sisters are younger than you now. Okay. Hold up. Wait. Oh my god. No! It's confirmed! Chrome is Pure 4! And here I thought she was a different character, unless that's not Chrome. It looks just like her though. Aw, don't wake the baby. God, Noir, you were a brat even when you were little. Of course, Vert is gonna go after Nepgear. Even when she's a little girl. Are you kidding me? Oh, Jesus Christ. Well, at least she knows how to babysit. Rick turned everyone into little girls. Of course. Eat your vegetables, or I swear to God! She's not gonna eat them. So they also lost their memories, it looks like. You know who she is. Unless you lost... Oh no, she's calling her big sister. No. Eat your eggplants first, young lady. I'm not telling you anything until you eat your vegetables. Why is adult Neptune is still here? Aww. I think it's interesting that adult Neptune is still there. She's explaining to her why eggplants are the food of the gods. Jesus Christ, calm down, Pure 4. And Neptune's face says it all. Oh my god, look at her! She still loves doing what she does, and of course Neptune just does not care. She just adopted a child. I see. She's trying to continuously make dishes for her until she eats the eggplant. Like, okay, if you won't eat it this way, why don't you try this way? Oddly adorable. Aww. She's such a wholesome girl. And she's rewarding her with dessert. She'll still eat it. She's still trying. Aww. And they still haven't found her? Wow. Meanwhile, Neptune's having a very oddly wholesome relationship with R4. Or Pure 4. Or Chrome. I don't even know what to call her now. Well, she was able to eat that. She's trying way too hard to make Neptune eat eggplants. The chapter. You asking her to go together with her? Okay, what exactly happened there? Oof! Oops. Oh no, did her memory come back? Her memory must have come back. Yep. Her memory's coming back. Oh no. Welcome to having children now. They want your attention at all times, even when you're busy. So essentially, it's like Trick made time go backwards. Cause even R4 went back to being human again. I guess it is canon that R4 is an old lady then, because now she's young and beautiful. Jesus Christ, every single time I hear her voice, I think Purple Heart is talking. Yep. She's gonna use the semi-transformation that she used in the last OVA. She's probably super confused. She's like, wait, I thought I hated this bitch, but I ended up taking care of her? And now I kind of like her? Neptune, she has no idea. Yeah, she lost her memory. She has no idea. I knew that was gonna happen. Man. Oh my god. If I eat eggplants, will you take me back? Oh, hell no. Level 12? How old was she before? Is that young enough for you, you horrible monster? I hope. Oh no, she's gonna make her even... Wait. Are you kidding? Oh no. Of course! Now she's even younger! God. Like, yeah, 12 is not acceptable. No, you must be even younger. Oh, you disgusting freak. Well, okay. That should lead you to her. Ooh, very nice. Back to being her old... Oh, never mind. Oh my god. Oh, she's beautiful. I guess she was too little. She was too little to become a goddess. So, she took this form instead. Gotta say, it works for her. Alright, pretty sure everyone will turn back to normal now. Really? Yep, they're back to normal, like I thought. That's still so sad, though. Aww. Yeah, she does it. She's like... Aww. Alright. They actually had a legitimate bond before their memories came back. Yeah, get out of there. And now I'm upset. Really? Still though, I guess that confirms it. That confirms that Chrome is R4. At least this anime confirmed it. Oh my god, they still have the pictures! Oh my god, fussing Noir. She's gonna be so embarrassed about that. Neptune is never gonna let her live that down. I mean, it was cute. It was cute while it lasted. Yep. Noir is forever embarrassed. Oh god. There's eggplants in that pizza. Pretty sure R4 sent that to her. Yep. Oh wait, it's not pizza? I'm an idiot! It's whatever the hell R4 made for Neptune when she was little! Oh, no, it was pizza. It was pizza, right? Looked like a pizza delivery boy. Aww. Nepco. Oh, not you again. Oh wait! Was that mages? Oh my god, Chuko! Okay, they're in Nintendoland. What the heck? Eastward Crow are playing too? Aww, miss these girls. Like IF and Compa were able to see their baby selves. Now everyone was able to see their baby self, except Neptune, sadly. Okay. There's no way. Oh my god. They can't just do that. They can't do that. They can't do that without a reason. And there you have it. That was my reaction to the Neptunia OVA number 3. And yes, I have a lot of thoughts about here, so let's talk about what we just saw, shall we? Also, I apologize that I did not really do too much reacting. I kind of wanted to be quiet so some of you could maybe hear what was going on, because yeah, if it's subless, you have to kind of rely on your ears, and maybe some of you understood what was said. I mean, I kind of got a gist of what was going on, but I didn't fully understand some of it. Anyway, let's talk about that, shall we? So this OVA pretty much revolves around the CPUs ending up younger because of an upgrade that CFW Trick got. I was not thinking that was going to be the cause of their turning young, but it does make sense. CFW Trick is a disgusting pedophile freak, and I'm pretty sure that, yeah, he wants the goddesses to be as young as possible. And I noticed something. Since Noir, Blonde, and Vert took a full hit of the blast, I think that they ended up younger than Neptune on purpose. Meanwhile, R4 and Neptune probably didn't get hit too hard by that beam, so they only went down possibly just a few years if best, because I honestly don't want to believe that R4 is that old. But maybe taking away, I don't know, 5 or so years from them, and that's probably about the right time frame it took for R4 to get corrupted before she ended up becoming what she is when she was human before. Speaking of human, we realize and see that it is canon, officially confirmed, that Chrome is, in fact, R4. And people cannot make the argument that this is not Chrome any longer. Their designs are exactly the same. It's like, oh my god, Compile Heart, Idea Factory, make up your goddamn mind. Is this woman R4 or not? Like, seriously. Either way, it was super hype. So, the other CPUs being young is pretty much the subplot of this OVA. The main plot, of course, is the temporary bond that Neptune and R4 share, with the two of them being younger and losing their memories. They form sort of a parental-child relationship where the entire premise of their bond is R4 trying to make Neptune eat eggplants because eggplants are her favorite food, and she doesn't understand how this child could hate her favorite food so much. So R4 does whatever she can to make different dishes until Neptune is able to eat the eggplant. It does take a couple of attempts, but she is able to successfully make one dish that she is able to successfully keep down and swallow. The fact that she was able to swallow that dish, it was enough to satisfy R4. Then the two of them end up having a bit of a bonding moment when they notice a chapel in the distance. I don't really know what exactly was said here, but I do know that Neptune said that her and R4 were together. Ishoni means together, so I'm assuming that's actually, this is just my guess. If she's either asking her if she wants to go together with her to the chapel someday, or she's asking if they are happy together. I'm not sure if this is entirely true though, so you guys that know more Japanese than me may have to correct me in the comments. I have no idea what went on in the scene, so that's why I didn't put too much of it. And then afterwards, the heartache begins when R4 begins to get her memory back. She ends up injuring herself and hitting her head after she somehow falls off of the roof of the shed that she found Neptune in. And Neptune, still unaware, she's completely rejected by R4, and R4 tells her to go away. Neptune then runs away and then stands in the rain staring at the eggplant flower that she found earlier. I forgot to talk about the eggplant flower. It's actually a very significant part of the OVA. I'm pretty sure that it's a symbol of their bond in a way, because when Neptune stared at the flower with a big smile on her face, it made R4 happy. It made her realize that, you know what? Maybe eggplants aren't all bad. Maybe there is some beauty to them. So that was the first time that she praised Neptune, and the first time that she rewarded her with pudding. So I think that that flower is just a symbol of their relationship in a way. It's like it's the good part of eggplants, and yeah, I think that I'm getting the symbolism right. I'm not sure, but the point is, it is an important part of the OVA because Neptune is shown holding that same eggplant flower in the promotional art of the OVA. Okay, moving on. Afterwards, CFW Trick comes and decides Neptune is still not young enough, so he tries to blast her with the beam again to see if she can become even younger. But then, R4, like an absolute Chad, decides to come and push Neptune out of the way, taking the full hit of the blast, causing her to become even younger than Neptune. It's a little weird, but it was kind of cute seeing R4 as a little girl, because we're probably never gonna see that again. I did not talk about the subplot at all with the other CPUs because it's not the most important part of the OVA. So let's go back to them. So yeah, they pretty much just go back to the Basilicom. You can see that each of them still has a little bit of their personality inside of them. You've got Noir fussing about wanting to wear a princess dress. I'm assuming that's the beginning of her cosplay hobby. You got Blonde wanting to just sit and read quietly while her sisters try to play with their new little big sister. And then you got Vert constantly bothering Nepgear. Yeah, pretty much they're the same. Anyway, going back to this, Neptune and older Neptune decide to try to find their missing Neptune, too many Neptunes, but they try to find her, and then the share crystal in Nepgear's hand glows and heads to where Neptune is. Neptune has a new transformation. Instead of becoming Purple Heart, she turns into this fairy-looking princess with a giant sword. I'm assuming it's because she's too young to transform into Purple Heart, but you can still see that there is some CPU power within that transformation due to the way that Neptune's eyes look. She takes down CFW Trick, reversing everything and turning everything back to normal. R4 is back to her old self, and so are the other CPUs. And Neptune as well, but not before she gives R4 one final thank you before she transforms and becomes her old self again, completely forgetting everything. I think R4 does still remember some of it though. But yeah, the entirety of this OVA is just, it's sad. It's what could have been between R4 and Neptune if the two of them didn't hate each other, because R4 seems to hate Neptune the most out of the CPUs. But seeing what could have been between the two of them, it just made me sad. R4 really did care for Neptune, even if their entire bond was based around her trying to eat her favorite food. She genuinely cared for Neptune. You could see it in her face in some of the scenes. She smiled when Neptune tried to eat what she made, but to no avail. And she rewarded her when she finally saw beauty in eggplants with the eggplant flower. Because Neptune was young and she still didn't understand the full concept, she just thought, "Ooh, look, a pretty flower," and she just smiled like any little girl would. And I guess that just made R4 very happy. The point is, I think that this OVA was really sweet, and it made me a little sad because I thought that they had a very cute bond, even if it was temporary. R4 knew that the two of them were enemies, so she pushed her away, but deep down, she ended up caring for Neptune enough to sacrifice herself to take the blast from CFW Trick, causing Neptune to want to save her in return, and the whole thing was just really, really sweet. And now, let's talk about the big one. The post-credits scene where we see our favorite daydreamer asleep in a dungeon. Okay, what are you trying to tell us, Neptunia Animation team? You can't just show us Uzume and expect us to not want more. Now, this is just my thinking, but I'm kind of convinced now that they are going to make a possible season 2 or another set of OVAs based around Uzume. They can't just show us a fan favorite character and expect to not continue with it. Not to mention, there is absolutely no way and no reason for them to show one OVA at the biggest anime convention in the West without some kind of reason. Anytime that there is a showcase inside of an anime convention, it's usually to hype people up for something that's coming, such as a new season or an OVA or an OVA or some sort of thing. Usually when they show something, it hypes people up. And I really do think that they are going to make another season of the animation sorely based around V2. And I think that V2 has more than enough content to put a second season out. And I am so excited for it. I love V2 and I would love to see it animated. But another thing I'm wondering is, with the Neptunia animation, they tend to do twists and turns and add things to the story that are completely different from the game's canon. I know that the 12-episode first season was because they had to merge 3 mainline games into one, but they still kind of did change the story a little bit, and I'm kind of excited to see if they do the same thing for whatever the heck is coming later. Either way, I am super excited for what the heck the animation company of this series has planned next, solely because of that post-credit scene. That was a pretty hype post-credit scene because Uzume is a fan favorite character, and for good reason. She's a fun character, and she has such a cool backstory. And I am so excited to see it all animated if they decide to do it. It's making me really happy because it makes me feel like the Neptunia series is somewhat reviving. I'm not sure why they decided to continue the anime now, but considering that there are lots of animes that are getting a season 2 super late, wouldn't be surprising if the Neptunia animation were also among those animes. And I am so here for it. Now, I'm just saying that if this reaction video goes okay and YouTube doesn't get me into trouble, it's very possible that I might want to do reaction videos on the whole season of the anime if they make one. I'll definitely want to do reactions to them because, yeah, it's super fun to do reaction videos. But it is also super dangerous because you don't really understand how much information you're going to put out and how much of it is going to get copyrighted. Copyright freaks me out as a YouTuber. And although my channel is not monetized yet, I'm still concerned anytime that I put anime clips that don't belong to me in any of my content. But so far I haven't gotten into any trouble. I've only gotten one copyright claim on one of my videos, and it was for a music track. It wasn't for the anime clip. So it made me feel a little bit confident about this. Anyway, guys, that's about all I'm going to say, and I am really excited to see where this animation studio goes with their project next. And I hope you guys are excited for more Neptunian content from me and hopefully from the actual studio itself. I hope you all have a great rest of your day. This is the Nep Queen now signing off. Bye-bye!